Look, this is the way in your back office, the back office called mycryptounit.com, where you have a tab, CRU portfolio. So this red button generate the access key to crypto wallet. This is an approximate image. Don't expect it to be exactly like here. I didn't see it as I didn't see the back office because this is the responsibility of another team responsible and dealing with back office. So this is a template. This is an example. This is a proposal by the Belarusian team that designed the interface to locate this button here in the tab portfolio, but we didn't see it how it will look like in the back office. But the template is like this. And of course, when you press this this green button, hopefully it will be green, and there you will see a picture of a key. Generate my access key, and then you will be transferred to another screen. And
over here, I put together 3 screens in order to save time on scrolling down the slides because they're gonna be small anyways. But please listen carefully and do not ask questions before the time comes, because our webinar is dedicated to informing you step by step. And some of you guys are asking questions that are too soon, too early. So instead of listening, you distract me and other participants. So wait for the end of the webinar and then ask your questions. Those slides were prepared for you to know what's in store for you in the next few days. So all of your questions should go at the end of the webinar. Do not run ahead of time. I will tell everything to you. So we will click on the button, generate the key, and we go to the screen where we're going to have 12 words. And this is a very, very important moment. They're going to be numbered too. You see 1, 2, 3, 4 to 12. And this is my urgent request to you. Write them down on a piece of paper. So what many people do is they are in a hurry. They click on the button, I've backed it up, and go forward. And then they think, I will do it later. I will go back to my back office and maybe I will look for it somewhere else, but there will be no later. Those words will be shown to you only once. Nobody is storing them anywhere in the back office, not me, not the Lithuanian team. No one is storing those words. They are shown on your screen only, one time, on your phone, on your computer, laptop, tablet, iPad. You can do the whole authorization in your personal wallet. But if you skip that slide, that part, nobody is going to restore your access to your wallet. Just set it in stone and share it with your partners. You cannot skip that stage. If you don't have a piece of paper close by, you don't have a pen, or you have just a phone from which you're entering, okay, make a screenshot of this particular screen. This is the worst case scenario, but at least you do something. Because if you make a screenshot today and you think that the screenshot will be stored on your phone forever, and then you go on your phone with your pictures and you don't see it there for some reason. So the best way is to write it on a piece of paper and make 10 copies of it. But if you did take a screenshot, make sure that you preserved it somewhere. send it to, I don't know, to your own email. It's not entirely free, or not entirely safe, but it's better than not to make the copy of the entire phrase. So what I outlined with the red rectangle, copy to clipboard, you see? So if you are using Apple, MacBooks, iPhones, there is a notes application. So you clip to clipboard, and those words go to your buffer, and you put them in the notes in iPhone, MacBooks, and tablets, iPads. You can put a password on your notes. So if you copied the seed phrase into your notes, you can set up a password to your notes. And of course, you have to memorize the password too, or write it down somewhere, because if you forget the password to your notes and you do not open the seed phrase, then it's over. I'm gonna mention it several times and quite for some time, because we'll have to use those crypto wallets for at least 3 years. It's not a one-day use. Your crypto units, world CRUs, will take 3 years to completely unfreeze. So it's a 1,000-day unfreezing period. And for all those 3 years, you have to have that seed phrase at hand. If you lose your phone, your computer breaks down, I don't know what can happen with your equipment, machinery. But if you have the wallet number, the address of the wallet, and the seed phrase, you can always get inside of your wallet and get your hands on your crypto units or world CRUs. So the first step is that we write down those 12 words. On the second screen, you will be asked by the computer to drag those words below into the field in the correct order. That's why screenshot is not always okay. So you make a screenshot, it's on your phone, and then you need to drag those those words on that very phone. So will you be switching between different tabs, different apps on your phone? You go from the browser to the pictures, and 12 times like this. It's easier to write it down. You can see this is word number 1, word number 2, and so on and so forth. And it will be safer this way too. But again, this is a recommended design from our developers for the IT programmers of our back office. And the way they do deploy those screens, it's up to them. But hopefully tomorrow we'll take a peek at that interface. Hopefully it will have the same interface, because we did our best to make it user friendly. And it's very important to catch the drift here. This is your seed phrase, your password to your wallet that only you know and have access to, and will have access to for several years into the future. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. And then when you copy that seed phrase, you put it like this, nobody can see it, and you click the blue button, sign in, i.e. enter your wallet. Next slide, please. And here you have to come up with a PIN code. And it's preferable that you write down that PIN code on the piece of paper too, or somewhere else where you're going to have your 12 words. Please do not make it 6 zeros or 6 ones. Just come up with something original. Well, the most banal thing would be to come up with your birth date. But if you have quite a lot of crypto units, you're a leader or a top leader in our company, your wallet will be hunted after, and the thieves will try to find out your birth date on Facebook, VK, OK, whatever other social media, and they will learn your birth date and might hack your account. So don't use your birth date. I'm not sure what kind of PIN code you're going to come up with, but make it complicated, make it unhackable, or make it impossible for hackers to guess it. So how usually wallets are hacked? Well, the private key, the seed phrase of 12 words is unhackable, but a person might be making a presentation and they show their crypto wallet to the audience. Look how many tokens I have. Look the way I stake them. Look at me while I mining UNTB or crediting to them to my name. And imagine someone goes outside or have a cup of coffee, or the waiter comes to you and you look at that waiter. And if you're making a presentation to a new person, you don't know whether those people are decent or not. They can enter into your computer. They can, if they saw you dial the pin code like 11111, they enter into your wallet, they move the tokens to their name, and then they leave. And you come up to your computer after going to the bathroom, for example, and you have an empty wallet. And also, if you're showing, as I said, your wallet with the crypto units on them, do not enter pin codes with other people present. Do not show the secret seed phrase to anyone. I think we've spent enough time on explaining the urgency of security. So you created your pin code, you have your seed phrase, and you go into your wallet. So what matters here? First, it's the language switch. If you're by default are in English, but you need some other language, then in the upper left-hand corner, there is a choice of language. And we have 12 languages to choose from. And this is point one. And point two is the QR code. You see, it's the red rectangle with an arrow. This is your wallet address. Also, write it down on the same piece of paper where you have your 12 seed words. But after you enter the wallet a second time from a different device, and they will ask you to enter the seed phrase, that field with lots of dots or asterisks in them will also have a field asking you to enter your address, your account, to which you enter the seed phrase. So the first time you go to your wallet, write down the address of your wallet as well onto a piece of paper. Or take a screenshot and then you send that screenshot to your email box, the Telegram, to your mama's WhatsApp, whatever. What matters is that you preserve it. So you see this address, it's 3H3VPD, etc. It's like we're saying the address when we want someone to send us their Bitcoin, USDC, or Ethereum. The addresses are kind of short because we took EOS code for the blockchain, and the wallet addresses do not exceed 12 symbols. They can be smaller if this account like with 3 letters, hasn't been yet created, you can take it. But usually the the address is not more than 12 symbols. So you copy that address and you send it to any user from whom you want to receive their tokens or currency, cryptocurrency. If you're making P2P exchange, as someone is telling you, send me crypto units or USDUs or UNTBs, you ask their address. And they should not just copy, but also make a screenshot of it in order for you to make sure that you are sending the tokens to the right address. Because if you mess up one letter or screw up one letter, you might be sending your tokens to a different person. Do not take a screenshot of the entire wallet though, only the address. Because you don't want other people know how many USDUs or crypto units you have. Just scan and scan or take a screenshot of the upper part only. It's like with a bank card. Usually we send people the number of the card, but we do not ever give people the code on the reverse side, the CCV or CVV. What's the correct name for it? So let's move on to the next slide. So the send function on the dark blue background is the selection, is the main menu. Basically, it allows you to see what you can do with your wallet. I took English language screenshots for all the languages to be less aware of what's going on, because English is more international than Russian. So on top, when you click into your own language, you will see the translation. So we have the main page with all the tokens displayed. Then we'll have the convert world CRU. It won't be there at first. It will appear later. Send is when we send our tokens to someone. And when we click send, we'll have a drop-down menu of the tokens that we want to send. Well, in 1 year later, you will be ready. You will be able to send world CRUs too. Then you insert the wallet address, send to, you see the second line, and the memo. Memo is like a reminder. So if you are sending tokens to each other, you might write there whatever you want. Well, preferably with English letters, with Latin letters. To whom are you sending and for what? Like I'm borrowing or lending, I'm giving it as a gift, I'm exchanging, etc. This field is optional, as you can see, optional message, it's written, but it becomes obligatory when you move tokens to the exchange. And that's when this memo is going to be long. It's like Ethereum wallet address, 0x, and there's like 32 symbols. It's for the exchange to understand whose tokens are being sent to the exchange, to which account those tokens should go. If you're sending it between yourselves, P2P, you can write whatever you want in the memo field. But if you're sending tokens to the exchange, it is very important to copy the hash that the exchange wallet will show you. Please pay attention to it. Let's move on to the next slide. Also, in the upper menu, we have a button called staking. Staking to get CRU for CRU, CRU for CRU, World CRU for UNTB, and CRU for UNTB. World CRU for UNTB will be available when you have already converted World CRUs a little bit later, like 2-3 days after the launch. But in day one, when you get access to the crypto wallet, you'll be able to do 2 types of staking, CRU for CRU and CRU for UNTB. World CRU for UNTB will appear a little bit later. And when you click stake CRU for CRU, there will be a list of our staking options, including staking Avanti, the beloved staking of our partners, taken for 24 months. So you will be able to choose how many CRUs on which staking you want to put, up to 8% per month. And then CRU for UNTB, there is also a tip, you see, the estimated monthly reward per 24 hours. For one CRU token, you get 0.0139. This is like a not ballpark. This is a arbitrary figure. It doesn't mean anything for now, but it will be on this slide, I mean. But when the wallet is launched, then you will know for sure. When I say for sure, I mean estimated, but this will be more or less real figure, not the one that you see right now on the slide. On the slide, it's for illustrative purposes only. Then you can see UNTB staking. You see UNTB for net and CPU. You can, if there is not enough net or CPU, not enough memory or speed, you can buy that memory and speed with your UNTBs. This menu is in the section Stake in 2. So basically, you sell your UNTBs to buy more memory or more speed. Well, I'm gonna run ahead a little bit here, and I want to show you how the field conversion of CRU to World CRU looks like. For now, it's deactivated, but when it's activated, you will see a menu like this. In my opinion, it's very user-friendly. There will be two tabs. Either you pick all of your CRU tokens or only those that will be unfrozen 365 days or later. If we click everything that is older than 365 days, you will see the schedule. And that schedule will show you the unfreezing, a calendar schedule. And even if you click on this unfreeze button, it's the unfreezing schedule. You will see a menu when your CRUs get unfrozen, 1%, 2%, and so on. And you will be able to choose how many CRUs you want to exchange into World CRUs. But you can use the slider to do that from the end. So you start from the last month in 2025, in 2025. That's when the last CRU gets unfrozen. So you take that slider and move it and choose the amount of CRUs that you want to exchange. The tariffs for the conversion here, you see transaction fee rates. You can see them on the right. But again, moving ahead, I would like to point out that those tariffs or fee rates will be only at the start for a short period of time. Someone was upset in the chat, like, why take those pennies? It's like, I want to earn more money from us by charging us like those pennies. I gonna buy a space shuttle or what? Well, it's not like we want to make money from you guys by charging those small fees. The conversion of CRU into World CRUs should go through the accounting of the company UGPay Group. UGPay Group that is reporting today to the Securities and Exchange Commission. It cannot show them or tell them that they gave away CRUs for free or World CRUs for free. So basically, it's as if you are buying. So if you have 1,000 CRUs and you pay like $1, it will look like the company sold you World CRUs at a small price. But we have to do it anyways, because we won't be able to report to the SEC. And the more expensive World CRU token gets, as sold by the company, the higher the fee rates, transaction fee rates are going to be. Gradually, the transaction fee rates will be increasing. Otherwise, it will look like giving away security tokens for free. And those fees needs to be charged in order to be in line with the regulation and that the accounting records match. So also there were a lot of questions regarding the unfreezing within 10 years for World CRUs. Andre, at the closest reporting webinar, will explain what the strategy is going to be. As for our old tokens, CRU to conversion into World CRU, the old unfreezing schedule will be kept. And there's some tips here as well, that the World CRU is frozen for 365 days, and then it will follow the schedule as before, 1%, 1.5%, etc. But this applies to the old tokens. The new World CRUs that the company is going to sell in the future, it will publish the news and the information in advance that starting this date, the schedule of the unfreezing changes. We're not going to do anything and backdate it, never. At first, we inform everyone so that you have an understanding what this information applies to. It will be coming from the official sources. There will be letters sent to your emails that in future, starting from this many billion of tokens sold, the unfreezing schedule will change, but it might happen in 2022 or summer 2021. Andrei Fabratov will surely tell you about the changes in the strategy in the next webinars. So I did explain what the translation fee rate, and I think the conversion is very profitable. So you exchange everything that will come due more than 365 days, and they will be converted. Why would you wait if you can convert at a small fee and do it at very profitable terms? Let's move on to the next slide.
Well, here there are more details, this diagram of unfreezing. Next slide, please. Further details, everything you can see inside your wallet. There will be this reflection of the chart, what you received if partners were with us since 2019. As of the 18th of February, there will be unfreezing of 2%, and you will see all your unblockings, and the in the future shows that are over 365 days. Next slide. We've discussed it a little bit, how to get USDU to your wallet. Well, here there will be quantum when you enter your bank card and you get USDU as a cryptocurrency via quantum, and it will be deployed in another few days, or USDU to be bought at the exchange, or wait for the bonuses under the loyalty program, or buy it peer-to-peer. So if there are those at the exchange, they sell their CRU, get USDU, and this person may sell USDU to you and exchange them into fiat money as partners do with their units inside back office, as there is peer-to-peer exchange. And a similar option is here, but only be cautious. Know who you exchange with. Next slide. Let's repeat it another time, that traders with high volumes go at the exchange, and buyers for large volumes and sellers for large volumes and all the other functions, including staking, exchange, storage, it is done in the wallet.